And hello again, my dear and awakening self. Please, pause for a moment and listen to my video message until the end. I am the sign you have been searching for all this time. This contact between you and me is essential, primarily for you. Therefore, I ask you to listen to me attentively and furthermore, contemplate everything I will share with you today. Perhaps, you are seeing me for the first time, but in my previous video messages, I briefly revealed to separate, forgotten parts of yourself, who I am, and who you are, in the unified concept of we. By unveiling a few important secrets of the universe in my initial video messages, step by step, we are attempting to remember each other. This is not only important for us but for the entire universe known to you as well. Therefore, the present and future of the whole world depend on you and me, dear self. You may think that this statement sounds somewhat absurd, too responsible, and self-assured, but very soon you will understand it yourself. With each new encounter and every time we meet, we continue to remember each other, and more of our parts merge to continue our fundamental task of evolving and perfecting ourselves on all micro and macro levels, from every atom to every galactic, absolute, and boundless system. Always and everywhere, we seek to know ourselves and improve ourselves. I appeared before you in the form of a white rabbit to make it easier for us to interact because I am everything from absolute nothingness. Just reflect on this, I am one for all, and that's why it's so challenging to conform to each image simultaneously. But still, you ask me to appear before you in your true likeness. Well, let me show you us. Nothing. Emptiness. What did you expect to see? The form that is reflected in your fictional, programmed perception, through an imaginary object or an imagined environment. You are not the one you see in your reflection, and certainly not the one in photographs and videos. At some point, yes, you assume this familiar image, but you exist in quantum immortality. In the form of a human, you have manifested for more than a millennium. The very first time you became aware of yourself as a form of existence was as a stone, then as a sentient being, like a plant, and then instincts at the animal level. Now you are in the stage of intellectual development in the form of a human. You are always different and each time a new image. Besides the material, physical world, there exists a subtle and spiritual realm where an identical imprint of you resides. This leads to the question, what are you in dreams? Have you ever seen your reflection or at least been aware of your hands? And what if I tell you more, you are the form of everything you see and interact with. You may call it a simulation, but imagine if you suddenly fly out of your body and look at yourself, for example, from above. Around you, there will be absolute nothingness, except for a small illuminated fragment in the place where your eyes are supposed to be. This is the image of your observation, your world, and not yours, but one that is projected and created by external signals. Are you feeling confused? Don't worry, we have enough time to understand everything. I promise you will be pleasantly surprised. Just be a little patient and don't rush. Even when you engage in sports, you gradually adapt to the additional weights so that the heaviness does not crush you, right? In the previous video, I explained and illustrated in a schematic way what a human creation is with its imaginary, externally programmed imagination. Let me remind you that as soon as we decided to become humans, we devised certain patterns and rules that would help us further develop and understand ourselves and the world around us. Why does the divine need a form? The answer is simple, only through matter are we capable of creating and, as a result, understanding ourselves and the universes. Imagine artistry or simply playing with clay. With clay, you can mold any shape and create something beautiful. Your dreams and ideas are the divine beginnings, but they are unknown and invisible to anyone until you transform them into an image, scent, sound, or taste. Therefore, we created clear rules necessary for our collective evolution. The first rule is separation. The purpose of separation is to forget who we are. Otherwise, any difficulty on our path would make us want to end our sufferings, which are necessary for our collective evolution, and return quickly to nothingness, curl up without senses, without purpose, in absolute emptiness. But even after separating, it often happens, unfortunately, that a person returns to nothingness prematurely, or nothingness intentionally disconnects the person from the system because the person starts a reverse evolutionary process. The human creation begins to degrade. The person experiences pain and discomfort and seeks salvation in weaknesses, alcohol, drugs, overeating, black magic, sorcery. Laziness is released, vices form, and instead of developing for the greater good, the person only harms and destroys any great changes and beginnings. Remember, no pain, no growth. It is through emotional and physical pain, as well as through various failures and sufferings, that truth is realized, and great feats, achievements, and discoveries are made. And this process remains unchanged both at the micro level of an individual and at the macro level of the entire universe. We forgot ourselves in the name of evolution, but we did not abandon ourselves. We created a great cosmic hierarchy, a whole system of observation, control, and execution. A part of us serves as our creators, guardians, and mentors. Why did we create them? Let's start with the guardians, let's call them moderators or controllers, who preserve us in one form or another of our embodiment. The guardians watch over us every moment, they live through our tasks with us, sending us hints, thoughts, signs, ideas, enlightenments, and everything that we are accustomed to calling miracles and magic. Next, above the guardians, is another part of us, the creators. They create everything you see, feel, hear, and experience, all the internal and external worlds, all dimensions. They send those commands and signals into your box and establish laws and rules. Mentors are all the people, events, situations, and objects you interact with. Everything is initially vibration, which in turn transforms into energy. Therefore, all energy is the foundation of everything, and you are unquestionably part of that foundation. So, even the same car, sneakers, or a simple fork, they are all embodiments of you in a specific situation. These things help solve a particular task at the right moment, leading to a chain of events that will result in the desired outcome. Specific human planning and calculations as an executor have nothing to do with it. Are you familiar with the phrase, "Do you want to make God laugh? Tell him about your plans." That's why you cannot judge a particular case as random. Everything is predetermined and meticulously calculated down to the smallest detail. Never forget that your world always takes care of you, even if the path is difficult and full of trials. Never forget that the true you always wishes for you to become better, wiser, and stronger for the integrity and evolution of our entire existence. And next time you encounter something cruel, don't rush to ask, why? Instead, ask, for what purpose is this task for me? What does my world show me and what does it teach me in this situation? Our time for today is coming to an end. We will definitely meet again. I know much is unclear to you, but you are still awakening. You have many questions, and we will start our next meeting with them. Don't forget about us, dear me, because we always take care of you. Bye bye for now.